Super Bowl championship with the Rams, you left the bright lights of LA for Buffalo. Why?
You really don't have a reason, for leaving, LA. I had great coaches and, great players that I played with, and the city of LA, that I'll always be home. I just felt like this was the path for me.
Had you not won the Super Bowl, would you have stayed?
Yeah, I definitely would have stayed. I just would have had that sense of unfinished business, to go back and help Coach McVay and all those guys out. But we had won the Super Bowl, so it felt like, I really don't know. I really don't have the words for, the reasons why I left. I just felt like this was the place for me to be. If
you look back to your draft day, it kind of feels like you're where you were meant to be now. Mm-hmm. Does it feel like life's come full circle for you?
Yeah, this time, I made the choice, but that whole offseason, right to college, leading all the way up to the draft, I felt like I was going to be a Buffalo Bill. I had, Buffalo Bills gear and all of that stuff. The Broncos had the number 2 pick. The Bills had the number 3 pick. And the Carolina Panthers had the number 1 pick. And it wasn't until the night before the draft where my agent, he told me, like, hey, I think the Denver Broncos are going to take you. And they took me, and the rest is history.
What is it about the DNA of this particular Bills team that makes you feel like you can get a 3rd ring here?
Every team is different. All the quarterbacks are different. I played Peyton Manning, Matthew Stafford. But the similarities that we do have, you got to have a great defense. You got to have elite quarterback play. And you got to have a locker room full of guys that are just selfless. And, 32 teams around the league that say, like, it's all about winning for us. But it's truly all about winning for about 8 teams. We got to continue to just drive the machine as fast as we can. And let's see where we get come February.
You mentioned Peyton Manning, and you mentioned Matthew Stafford. Of course, now you're with Josh Allen. What sets him apart?
Josh is an elite quarterback, and he's confident in himself. He's confident in his teammates. Every single game, you're going to be met with adversity, and Josh just runs straight through it, man. Whether it's a stiff arm or jumping over the line of scrimmage, and we all just feed off of that, and we all just try to do the best that we can to give him the ball back.
Have you ever seen anything like Bills Mafia?
I love Broncos country, and I love the Ramblers forever. You can't really change that. But Bills Mafia is just something totally different. They live and breathe football, and it's all about football in Buffalo.
What do you remember about this? Oh my God! Oh my God! Man, tell me.
Oh man, that was cool, man. No, that was cool. I was trying to give him the glove.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, it's not for me. The glove was for him, and he was like, no, it's not for me. But, man, the fans there, that really, sums it up in a nutshell. The fans for Buffalo, especially the young fans like that really makes everything worthwhile.
What a great job at Melanie Collins, because he really gives you some insight into what a guy feels like when he's coming from the outside in. When you look at Von Miller, you're talking about